Hi guys, Thursday the 7th of May. Good afternoon, or good evening, seems it's getting dark already. So, welcome to Cape Town Marathon training episode number 6. And also further along will be the Cape Town Marathon route part 2. So yeah, Thursday afternoon I am about to embark on my second speed work of the week. My first speed work was on Tuesday, where I upped my kilometer repeats to 3. So the idea there was to do them round about half marathon pace. So that's 1 kilometer half marathon pace, jog, walk, run, recovery kilometer, and then repeat. So on my current fitness level, my half marathon pace is around about 6.5 minutes a kilometer. Suffice it to say, I ended up doing my 3 times 1 kilometers each at 5:34, which, in all honesty, is probably closer to my actual half marathon pace at this moment in time. My recovery jogs were all about 6.5 minute pace. So today is 400. Just so you can see the road ahead, we're on Melville Road. But we're not going to be doing our 400 on Melville Road. Melville Road is the site of our kilometre repeats. So yeah, 400s. So today I'm planning to do 5 times 400s with a jog, walk, 400 metre recovery between each one. These should be done at 10 kilometre pace. So on recent times, that's about 5.5 minutes a kilometre. But I'm hoping they're going to be closer to 5 minutes. Basically, I shouldn't be going flat out on these, but it should feel like a quick effort. So for the total for the week, should be around about 60 kilometres again. This weekend coming, I'm planning to have 2 big training days. Sunday will be the APSA Run Your City 10 kilometre, which I intend to do a little bit of a couple of Ks warm up, run the 10 Ks and then run back. So hopefully ending up with at least 20 Ks for the day. And Saturday something similar. So it's all progressing nicely. Basically this is the last week to be able to do anything for Cape Town Marathon. Anything after this is a waste of time really, but you know, it helps the mind. So I'll bring you a couple of these 400 repeats just now. But then other than that, we will be looking at the route part 2. Okay, chat to you guys in a few moments. Okay guys, so 2.5 Ks warm up. We are now on Fairfield Avenue in Plumstead, pretty close to Plumstead Station if you know the area. It's a pretty flat road, a slight kick towards the end, but the nice thing is this road is basically 400 meters exactly in length. It's slightly longer according to my watch, but that's fine. So we're going to start the first one just now, and we're going to be running down the road here, and then we're going to jog back. So yeah, so let's do the first one. You guys can stick around for the first one. Okay, number 1. Sorry, the camera looks going to be bad here because I didn't have my watch on the right setting. Okay, here we go. So we're running at 5:35 pace at the moment. I find my 400s tend to get quicker with each one. One 70 meters done. Pace has actually dropped to 540. $300 done. We're back to 5.5 pace. Okay, first one done. 2:12. I will give you the paces after I've finished for each one. Okay, so now I'm going to jog back. If I feel I need to walk, I'm going to walk. And I'll catch up with you guys on my 5th one. Well, hopefully it's still some daylight. Okay, catch up just now. Here we are, coming to the end of my last 400. Okay guys, so that was fun. So I will give you the pace splits somewhere around here when I finalize the video. But just for comparison, the first 400 was 2 minutes and 16 seconds. The last one was 1 minute 58 seconds. So 18 seconds quicker. So that one was definitely sub 5 minute pace for the last one there. Okay, I'm gonna slowly jog my way back home, and I'll probably see you guys out on the route. So I'm just thinking of videos. Obviously the route part 1 is out. The Sports SA 10k PAL is out. So the next one due to come out is the roads 21 kilometer, which I've almost finished. So that probably will come out before this one. I'm hoping also to do the expo from the Apsa Run Your City. So that to come, and then this one. So it's quite a few videos to come before this one comes out, but there's going to be a lot released over the next few days. Okay, I will see you on the route. Hi guys, welcome to the Cape Town Marathon Route Part 2. So, we finished on our previous one just up the road there in Rosebank. We are outside the BAXTER Theatre, and we are going to be heading in that direction. See the sign there says we are entering Rondebosch. So I'm trialing my shoes today, my Adidas Adi Zero. I've forgotten what they're called again. So this is my first run in these. I'm going to tell you what they're like. This is the race I'm hoping to run the marathon. So these are the Vivo SL, of course. So walking around in them a little bit, feel nice and comfy. Heard lots of good things about them. So time will tell whether they live up to that. So I'm going to be running the majority of this section. I'm not sure the exact distance because it's very hard to find out the kilometer points on the official Cape Town Marathon map, and I can't find anywhere where it gives you a written road by road review. I'm pretty certain I know most of this route. I've got a little bit in Claremont, which I think is different to when I ran it, but I think I've got the route correct. If not, please excuse me. Okay, we're gonna start off. So, as we said in the previous one, you'd been running pretty much uphill out of Cape Town all the way to Rosebank. You've had a section now from Rosebank through Rondebosch here, which is pretty flat, with a slight downhill section. That's pretty much going to continue for quite some while now. In fact, probably most of this run is going to be reasonably flat. There is a couple of uphills. We're going to have one now as we leave Rondebosch, but we haven't obviously entered the main section of Rondebosch yet. I'm hoping I can see some kilometer signs on the floor. So this is the day before the APSA Run Your City 10 kilometer, and as no doubt you'll all know, the race has been cancelled. Storm expected to hit the city tonight, and tomorrow to be gale force winds, very heavy rain, and the route is then just considered too dangerous for us runners. I think it's more dangerous for the infrastructure than the actual runners. We runners can run in anything. Okay, first yellow car of the day. As lots of people say, our skin is waterproof. But you do understand when you put up a lot of infrastructure, that can be affected by the wind and the rain. Okay, so we're in Rondebosch itself now. Very much a student area of Cape Town. In my younger days, you had lots of very interesting pubs and restaurants here. This section here was the Pig and Whistle in Cape Town. And this here used to be the Hard Rock Cafe. Spent many an evening in the Hard Rock Cafe after performing at the Baxter Theatre in my younger days. Okay, so this is the hill I was telling you about coming out of Rondebosch. We obviously did run this in the Peninsula Marathon. So at this stage of your run, this little hill should be a bump. And if you are struggling going up here, you may be in for a very tough day. I must admit, I'm feeling it, and I've only run 0.6 of a K. Of course, a little further down this road, probably half a K or so, was the start of the Two Oceans Marathon. Okay, so I will catch up with you a little bit further along, and maybe at the start of the Two Oceans, because that's where we're going to turn off main road as well. Okay, catch up with you then. So guys, it looks a little bit different today, but this is the start of the Two Oceans. In the distance there, Newlands open air swimming pool. One of the few 50-metre pools we have in Cape Town. The sign here saying 13. And we have here, which is obviously the actual official start of Two Oceans. So I'm not sure if that 13 is the Cape Town Marathon or whether it's the Peninsula Marathon. But nonetheless, there's the 13k mark. I'll try and find out more. Okay, so this is where I think we are now going on this route. From what I can see on the route map and the actual street maps, I'm pretty convinced this is the way. Newlands sun. I think I better change to the other side of the road where there's a pavement. So we're going this way, which will avoid main road in Claremont. Okay, here's a 14k mark. So I think that is a Cape Town Marathon mark. So now we know what we're looking for. So the other 13 was obviously the Peninsula. Okay, so marathon day, a third done, 14k's. So there's not really much more to see on this section of road. So we're running basically parallel to the main road now. So under this bridge here is lots of little clubs, one of which is, I think it's the Claremont Dramatic Society, and they have a little building there called the Hock, where I've done rehearsals in the past and auditions. Okay, so yeah, so I was saying, so this section of road basically runs parallel to the main road and continues a little way, it's not too far. But I'll catch up with you guys once we get to the end of this section. So I had to take a bit of a detour there because the sidewalk was closed and they wouldn't let me run through. Roadworks going on here. We can only hope that these roadworks are finalised in 2 weeks, otherwise it could be interesting. although presumably this is all going to be closed off to traffic on the day. Okay, we're almost at the end of this section, so I'll catch up with you in a few moments. So if this is the route we're still going to do, and it's like this on race day, just be a little bit wary. So this is a little bump, and we're going to head to our left at the top here and over the railway line. So this is the furthest point we get out of Cape Town itself, because we're now going to start heading back, and I hope I'm not going to run out of somewhere to run. Looks okay. So part of this bridge collapsed recently, hence this roadworks, and hence this section closed off. Okay, so we're very much still in Claremont, but we're now going to be heading back to Rondebosch. So, in preparation for this evening stroke tomorrow's storm, the wind is starting to pick up, and I didn't bring my wind reducing mic, so apologies for the audio if it's not fantastic. Right, I'll see you guys a little bit further along the route. Hi guys. So we are still on Campground Road. Down that way is Newlands Cricket Ground, the old rugby ground, and we're still going in this direction. I haven't seen any more kilometre markings, but I'm estimating we have gone over 16 k's. I was rather stupid and didn't set my watch for a lap when I saw the 14, and then I would have been on the same wavelength. I've run nearly 5k so far since I started, so it could even be further than 16. So we're slowly edging our way from Claremont to Newlands and to Rondebosch, and we're soon going to be making a turn to the right, but probably still a k away. So once we get to that point, I'll give you guys an update. Okay, so we're coming to the point now where we're going to make a right turn. I think this is Sandown Road, but I stand corrected. Can't see any sign. I know this is definitely the road. So this, they have markets here Saturday mornings. Obviously people packing away now because this is afternoon. So we're going to continue along this road till it comes to an end, and then we're going to turn left, and then we're going to be heading for Rondebosch Common. This is quite undulating. Just have to watch for the traffic there, which you won't have to do on race day. And I still haven't seen any kilometre signs. Of course, it could be on the other side of the road. I've been running for 6 now, and I think that 14k mark was at approximately 2k's. So So then we're about 18 k's now. Got some downhill, but of course what follows downhill is some uphill. Chat you guys a little bit further along this road. So I just decided to cross over the road, and there is the 18 kilometer mark. So we've just done that nice little downhill section, and now we're going to start on some up. Not too steep, but it all takes its toll on you. So I'm going to set my watch now on these markers, so I'll get updated where approximately the kilometer mark is. Okay, chat you a little further along this hill. Okay, here we are at the end of Sandown Road. Going to be turning left here and heading this way towards the common. Again, I can't see a street name, and I should know the street name. Nope, I'll fill you in on that just now. And we are about 18.7 k's, I think. Yeah, 18.7 according to my watch. This is, of course, now. So we're going to have a little bit of downhill coming before a little bit of a uphill heading onto the common. So we actually run round the common from this point, almost a full lap. Which I would imagine is where halfway is going to be. Okay, catch up a little bit further along this road. Okay, we're approximately 19.5 k's in, and this is the uphill section I was telling you about. It's a little bit of a tester, actually. But it's not long. Chat to you guys at the top. Okay, we're at the top. That's where we've just come from. And of course this road is Milner Road. So the wind is getting quite strong now. Hope it's not going to interfere too much with the recordings. But that's where we're heading now, to the common. And we are almost at 20 k's. I'm going to keep a lookout for the halfway point, but we're obviously going to run the common in reverse to which way the parkrun goes. Okay, catch up with you guys on the common. So guys, my watch was basically spot on with that 21 kilometer mark. Of course, we've got the 90 meters to get to halfway. So I'm actually going to walk this just so we can be sure. So we will be running on the road, so we better take the outside line. Should still be short anyhow, but because I'm still taking less of a distance to go around that corner. It looks like there could be a mark up here. Yes, here we are. So guys, halfway. And we're on the far side of the common. Got the Red Cross Children's Hospital there. As I say, we're running in the opposite direction to the parkrun. In the parkrun, you would have just gone through the 1 kilometer mark. Okay, let's continue. So on race day, halfway done. Now the second half, although some people will tell you the second half only starts at 30 kilometers. That's what I was told from day one of running. They're in a marathon, halfway is 30 kilometers. Okay, we're going to continue, and we're heading back, obviously towards Ronderbush again, and then we're going to turn right to the end of this road and go on to Leesbeck Parkway. Okay, catch up with you guys just now. Okay guys, 22 kilometer mark, and we're coming to the end of the common section. If I get a chance here, I'm going to cross over, which I can. There's a lot of crowd support on the whole of the common and on this section as well. So we're going to turn right here. And then right again. And we're going to stay on this road for quite a while. There's a sign over there saying we are about to enter Rosebank. I'd like to speak to you just now, a little further along the route. Well, just to show you the storm coming in, this is the first Cape Town Marathon sign I've seen, but it's obviously been blown over in the wind already. So we are about 23.5 k's down. I'm going to turn this way to avoid the wind. The route I was following now actually left the road, so I would have run a little bit further than the actual distance. It's my intention to keep running to about 25 k's today. Then I will do a section in the car, just because unfortunately section is not really safe to run on your own. But anyhow, that's as it is. Okay, so I'm going to continue for another km or so, and then we will stop the run for today and we'll continue by car. Okay, and the weather is definitely closing in. You can see clouds coming over there and the wind's definitely picking up. Okay, chat to you guys just... Okay guys, on my watch this is approximately 25 kilometers. Getting very blustery here, so I'm having to turn, so hopefully you can hear okay. To our right here is the Hartleyvale hockey and soccer grounds, the old stadium there which they kept, which is slowly falling to pieces. Down this road here is the SA Astronomical Centre. I think that's what they call themselves, or the observatory anyhow. So you can go down there, you can book certain Saturday evenings in the month and they'll show you all the telescopes and show you a couple of planets and stuff. So the route continues this way, so I'm going to continue to see if I can find the actual race 25, although I have a feeling, oh no, I should still be approaching it because I've been running further than the route. Okay, chat to you guys shortly. So there we have it guys, the 25 kilometer mark. Quite significant on when you're running. There's Devil's Peak and Table Mountain in the background, and that's the way we've come. Okay, I'm going to continue a little bit further and then I'm going to wait for Cordelia to come and pick me up and finish the rest of the route. Okay guys, so we are picking up from where we left off after the run. So we've just gone through the 25 kilometer mark. And I'm trying out my nano
camera as a dash cam, because it's only me in the car today, so we're going to see how this goes and how it looks. Hopefully it's pretty good for you guys. So yeah, so this is I don't know how much you'll see because I obviously can't move the camera around, but we've just gone by the new Amazon building and the new shopping center. And we're rapidly approaching the next climb on this run. So I'm hoping, I've got my watch on the kilometer setting, so hopefully I'm going to be able to pick up for you approximately where the kilometer markings are. So yeah, this hill can often be a little bit of a bugger. So you're obviously 25.5 Ks, starting to feel it a little bit. The good news is if the southeaster's blowing, it's going to be kind of at your back, but it can be very strong in this part of the world. And we're going to keep on this road now, basically all the way into Cape Town. It's an area which is being rejuvenated in Cape Town. Okay, so we're approximately gone through the 26 kilometer mark. So on our right, kind of up here, is the Old Biscuit Mill, which is a little market with eateries and drinkeries. I don't know if it's open every day of the week, but certainly on Saturdays. Lights are on there now, so maybe it's open today. So as you can see, a very busy area on a work day in Cape Town. This road, as far as I'm aware, will be totally closed off for us. And we've just gone through the 27 kilometer mark. So we're starting to get to the business end of the run. Woodstock Brewery on our left. Not major scenery on this route, unfortunately, on this section of the route, unfortunately. So we will be turning to our left pretty soon. And we're going to end onto what I call Main Road. I call this Lower Main Road. I think a lot of these have slightly different names. So 28 Ks done. So this part of the route, I'm pretty sure I'm accurate with the way I'm taking you. But if I'm not, apologies. At the moment, we're still getting the Cape Town Marathon no parking signs which means we're on the route. One coming up here. So we're in the outskirts of Cape Town Centre itself. Straight ahead we've got the Good Hope Centre, which we will be going by shortly, but we'll be passing it on our right-hand side. So these set of traffic lights here, we're going to turn to our left. Straight ahead is the slopes of Table Mountain. Then we're going to turn right. So that's 29 kilometers. And as promised, on our right-hand side, we have the Cape Town, or the Good Hope Centre rather. And we're also going to be passing the Cape Town Castle on our right-hand side shortly as well. Few potholes in the road, so be mindful of those on race day. And we're coming into the bottom section of Cape Town. We've got the Grand Parade coming up on our right-hand side, and we've got the Cape Town Town Hall, or City Hall rather, on our left-hand side. So we're rapidly coming to the end of part 2. We're going to continue along this road until we come to Adderley Street, and then we're going to turn to the left, go up Adderley Streets, and then we're going to stop just at the start of Government Avenue. Okay, and the City Hall, as we're passing now, is a good place to look out for your 30-kilometer mark. 12 kilometers to go. As seasoned marathon runners will tell you, you're just about to start the second half of your run. Here we are making our left turn into Adderley Street. We've still got the Cape Town Marathon boards, so we're on the right route. Approximately 30.5 kilometers. Luckily for us on race day, we won't have all these red lights to stop it. Okay, so we're basically coming to the end of section 2. Straight ahead is Government Avenue, which is not public road, it's a footpath. You're not going to be able to see too much of it, but there it is on the left, so we're going to run up there. And that is where I will commence my next video from. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you're finding it enlightening, giving you information about race day. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do so. Very simple, just press the subscribe button. Costs you absolutely nothing. If you want to get notified, there's a little bell. Click on that bell. Give us some feedback. Tell us what else you'd like me to do other than races. And give us a like. And I will see you next. Will be a race video. I'm not sure what that's going to be yet, but more information coming about that soon. So it's a cheers for me, and I will speak to you next week.